Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. We're going to be doing a flight today from DFW Airport all the way to Denver International. Getting the baggage, as you can see, getting loaded now. So once we get all that done, we're going to, while they're doing that, we're going to go ahead and program the FMC and get things underway. As you can see, it is raining in Dallas today. It is raining here at my house too. I don't live too far from Dallas. Planned flight level today is 360, 36,000 feet. We're near about 97% of our max zero fuel weight, and carrying about 17,265 pounds of fuel. So route today is the Hoodad 2 departure, Hoodad transition to Denver with a few points in between, Panhandle VOR, and then coming in on the Zulu Papa Lincoln Lima Yankee November 3, whatever that is, Pylon 3 arrival into Denver Airport for a landing on runway 17 right. We'll be taking off on 36 right here in Dallas. So we'll go ahead and get back inside the flight deck here and get things underway, because it looks like they're about to start buttoning up. Alright, we're inside now. As you can see, I always say that, as you can see. I'm going to try to stop saying that. I apologize. What do we call this? Barometer setting 29 or 2984, so a little bit of a low pressure zone running through the area. So we'll go ahead and get this thing set up here. If I'm doing things wrong, please point it out so that I'll know in the future. So I'm just doing things the way I normally do things. I use PFPX to set up this flight, so we will have a company route, DFW to Denver 01. So we'll go ahead and execute this one and double check everything is in there. Yes. So all we have to do now is set up our departure and arrival. So like I said, runway 36 right out of Dallas on the Hoodad 2 departure. And I'll go ahead and activate that. Then we'll go ahead. I always like to activate it. I don't know. Maybe I do that wrong. And the Z Pylon Z, Zulu Pylon 3. And Ziggy transition on into runway 17 right. I'm not going to put any of these in. We'll figure it out when we get there. So weather's pretty nice in Denver, so we shouldn't have to worry about not being able to see stuff. This is flight 1162. I'm getting text messages and messages like crazy. My girlfriend's at work right now. So, and she is, because it's raining, us as police officers, she's also a police officer, don't do a whole lot of traffic stopping in the rain for obvious reasons. Don't want to get wet, right? But, so she is on the hunt for a bonsai tree. She wants a bonsai tree to go with the other plants she has for the new place here. So, whatever. Hey, whatever makes her happy, right? I like cost index about 55. Yeah, 360 as I said for a flight level. I don't have the flight route loaded up. I don't really care. It's not that big a deal. Alright, Top Cat has us set in for a flaps 5 takeoff using Takeoff 2. And that's it. Yeah. So a Takeoff 2 departure. Flaps 5. Get our center of gravity in there. V speeds, and that is right on to what Top Cat said. It should be pretty cool. I always like to do V2 plus 20, I think it is. So 169. If I'm doing that wrong, I think some people say you're supposed to put V2 in there. I always do V2 plus 20. I don't know. Like I said, I could be doing it wrong. Whatever. I hadn't crashed yet. So there we go. Our route is loaded up. We are loaded in here. We'll turn those on in a minute. I like to turn on data just while we're zoomed in kind of close here. I'm using Easy Dock for my views. Basically, you can't see my mouse, or you're not supposed to be able to see my mouse, but yeah. So since we are flying on VATSIM, we'll tune this to 2200 because there's not any controllers online right now in our area, and we'll set this to the Unicom frequency, and we are just about ready to go. So I believe when we come back, we will be doing our pushback and startup. So just a few more things to start up here, like vPilot, and get my ACARS program going for my virtual airline. I fly for joinava.org. It's a good virtual airline. So anyways, so yeah. So I'll see you in just a second. Alrighty, pushback truck is coming into place here, powered by American Airlines, of course. So anyways, I in the meantime I did load up the I loaded up the cruise winds and all that kind of stuff. So I got unlazy and did that. I'll go ahead and set the trim here. Forgot to do that. Just over 5 notches of trim up, nose up. So waiting for them to get stuff hooked up here, shit hooked up, whatever. Lock in gear. And we'll get the radar on, have a look at the radar. It's probably not going to be pretty and probably shouldn't take off, but we're going to do it anyways because we're awesome. So, yeah.
Departure check completed.
There's the release brake.
All engines clear.
All engines clear. I need to find me some add-on voices for that dude because that robot voice gets on my nerves. So we are ready to start number 2. Reminds me of the days back in the test cell when I was in the Air Force working on the A-10, the TF-34 engines, doing the startups. We had everything, of course, on Celsius for EGT, and we had to watch that in our max temperatures. You know, 840, I think it was, 840 or 860, and you had a pretty much melted turbine. So that was the panic moment. And one day we were doing an engine run. We were doing a cook-in, which is a 5-minute max in one run. You know, everything's running at 100%. And she's screaming outside. It sounds beautiful. Hear that little growl sound going. And the guy running the console, is just me and him inside the test cell. Well, anyways, the guy running the console looks away for a second, and I reach over and I click the little button that switches it from Celsius to Fahrenheit. So it went from showing about 600 to 700 degrees to about 1,000. And he looks back and he does the, oh shit. And I said, whoa, I had to stop him because he was about to yank the throttle back. And so I said, I switched it over to Fahrenheit. So it was a funny little moment there. I got cussed out pretty good. Didn't get in trouble. You know, me and the guy was pretty cool with each other. But, yeah. Took a few years off his life, he claimed. So, whatever. It was funny. I got a good laugh out of it. And in my house, with my children, if it's funny, you don't get in trouble for it. That's my rule. Wow, we got both engines good start here. We're gonna get some air turned back on. Get our siren on, get the APU off. Save some gas. I don't know how much APU uses. I don't know what settings you're supposed to be on. I just saw this on a video, a Just Planes video I watched once. They had it on TR1. I don't know. I really don't know what all that shit means. So, yeah. I was a reservist, by the way, in the test cell, so, which means I knew absolutely nothing. I would just rely on the people around me to tell me what to do, basically. Alright, have a good trip. Go ahead and get the radar turned on here. Get a good scan going. Get our flaps out, flaps 5, and we'll start taxiing. We're going to runway 36 right. Ooh, weather there in the background. So I need to get track IR. Somebody told me one time in one of my videos I needed to get track IR. That'd be great if you guys want to buy it for me. Because yeah, that shit is not cheap. And I have found out that divorce is very expensive. Starting a new apartment is even more expensive, especially when you have absolutely nothing. Luckily I got to keep the computer and the desk, and I got a bedroom suite, basically I got a bed, and then the TV. So got to keep the TV. Well, I got that afterwards, but luckily move-in present from my parents. Thank goodness. 36 years old and they still take care of their baby boy. Gotta love it. I love my parents. They're awesome. Taxiway Foxtrot. But if in the police world, that is Taxiway Frank. So that takes some getting used to. Got the old plane lane in there. Take the corner a little hard. Alright. I like Prepare 3D, guys. I've done a few flights on it now. I wanted to kind of see where my performance was, find a good balance to record at. Like I said, I'm recording right around, it's showing 26 frames per second while recording, so that's not bad at all, man. And especially at a complex city like DFW with bad weather in the area. Hey, should I turn on the wipers even though they are absolutely not effective at all? Turn on my taxi light for all this traffic out here so they can see me coming. There's actually one guy online in my area right now, so hopefully there'll be a little traffic in Denver. It'd be even better if there would be a controller on, but it's only 8:44 in the morning, so it's 7:44 in Denver, so not a whole lot of people online this early, especially during a work week day. But I'm working nights this week, so I'm up during the day, and she's not here. So yeah, she's still hunting bonsai trees. She sent me 2 pictures now online. I said, hey, I like the this one here, and she says, yeah, but it's got prickly leaves on it. And I thought all bonsai trees do. Apparently they don't. I don't know nothing about bonsai trees apparently. Green Mound is the one I liked. She says, yes, it has prickly leaves, though. So she sends me another picture, and there's another one on there. It looks all right. I said, I like the top one. And she likes this Chinese one. She likes the Chinese one. It's got prickly leaves, too. Oh. Straight tree, not curved. Okay, so she wants the curved and all that shit. Whatever, dude. I got whatever, dude, stuck in my head. And share that story with you while we're taxiing here. That's from my girlfriend. She's on a traffic stop, and on their department they have body cameras. We don't have those yet because we're statewide, and it would cost quite a bit more. And so she's doing her traffic stop, goes up there, gives the guy a ticket. He's going like 18 over the speed limit, like way over. Definitely needed a ticket. So she writes him a ticket. This guy's from another state. And comes back to her car, or is about to come back to the car, and the guy says, where do I need to take care of this? She goes, oh, as I explained here, blah, blah, blah. The guy says, that's fine. I'll have my lawyer handle it. Oh, boy. I love it when they say that. Anyways, so she comes back to her car, gets on the radio, checks that she's clear from the stop. The guy's already left. Hits stop on the in-car camera, turns everything off, but forgets to turn her body camera off. And she did what I've done before, and I'm sure all cops have done at least once in their past, is they like to talk shit about the person they just pulled over, especially if they had an attitude. So you hear her on her body camera, something about, I can't remember how she said, she goes, lawyer, have your lawyer handle it, whatever, dude. It was It doesn't sound funny now when I tell it. It really doesn't. But at the time, it was freaking hilarious. And, because she forgot her shit was on. Then you hear her say, "Oh shit," and turns her body camera off. So, needless to say, that video hopefully never comes up in court. So, because that would be kind of funny. Alright. We are finally at 3-6 right. So let's get stopped right here. Have a look at everything. Make sure we're all set to go. Because I was running my mouth, not paying attention. Everything is good to go. I like to, hopefully these pop-up windows are showing up. If they're not, I'm just opening my light panels is all it is. Makes it a lot easier to do that. Turn my everything on. So we are ready to go. Alright. Tell the people in the back. We've been cleared for departure. I would show you an exterior view, but for some reason I haven't figured it out. Easy Dock has been a pain in the ass about switching from exterior to interior. I can go interior to exterior. I have to right click on the screen and go back to the virtual cockpit and all that to get back inside. So, still got to figure that one out. Maybe there's an update out, I just haven't gotten it yet. So let's get turned on to the runway. Come on, baby. Did I do it? Did I do it? Almost. Almost. Almost perfect. Look at that. Roll and take off. Hopefully this isn't getting too loud, but oh well. It is, it is. A little windy here. Just a little bit windy. Alright, gears coming up. Straight ahead for a little while here. Might have trimmed her a little too much there. Alright, all is looking great. Switch over to climb. Bring the nose down a little. We gotta be 5,000 or above by this next waypoint, so we kind of need to get with it. But I still have almost 9 miles to get there. I hope the sound isn't getting too loud. I'll have to listen back to this. So if you can't hear me too well here, I apologize. I will listen to it here in a second and adjust it so that you'll hear me in the cruise pretty well. Alright, flaps are coming up. This is the point when we do the after takeoff checklist. It looks like we're going to make this waypoint pretty easily. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on LNAV and get the autopilot on so I can get this joystick out of the way. And I'm going to let it go through this departure here for a little bit. And I'm going to listen back to the sound, and when I come back we'll be in the climb. Alrighty, we're in the climb now. Looking pretty good. It's not too bad. A little bit of, damn, that thing's loud. Anyways, that's if you're wondering what that sound was, if you even heard it, that's a V-pilot. Somebody's chatting over Unicom, whatever, giving their weather. Who cares? Anyways, so yeah, we're above the clouds now, coming through 17,000. A little bit of bumpy air, As you can see, the plane bouncing around a little bit. That's what I like about Easy Dock, man. It looks so good the way it bounces the plane around. I don't have my VORs turned on because I just don't have any of them tuned in. I'm just doing this bare bones, I guess you could say. Oh shit, I forgot to start my clock, whatever. And there is transition altitude, so we'll switch over to standard 2992 and we'll continue on our way. So yeah, not a whole lot to see here. If anything changes or anything cool happens, I'll be sure and switch the camera on. But for now, just going through the climb. Oh, some people. Oh, okay. Somebody was taking off on 18 right DFW, and some guy reminded him that the winds are showing. Should be using the 3.6s and 3.5s. So, and the guy was basically just saying, well, screw you, I used it anyways, so eat that. I'm trying to think if anything else has changed that I should tell you guys about, or could tell you guys about. Man, look at that shadow. Huh? God, that's what I love about P3D. That is awesome. Let's have a look around. I usually always forget to set something or whatnot, but I'm doing pretty good this time. I don't even bother setting all that shit over there. Cloud shadows are going. Looks pretty cool. Hopefully we get to Denver, all this will be gone. It's showing pretty good weather in Denver, but we'll see when it updates. Got to do that too. So I get to talking too much, and yeah, that happens. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the recording to save a little disk space here, and we'll go from there. Alright, we're in the cruise pretty well here. Reason I started recording again is looks like we are breaking out of the clouds, guys, finally. So yeah. Oh, let me show you that little trick here I was talking about. If I hit S, you know, like you normally would, or Shift S, sorry. Look at that. It's weird. I can't go back into the cockpit unless I go like that, which is weird. So, yeah, can't figure that one. But we are almost an hour out. 1544 showing us 16 to 17 Zulu arrival. So about an hour and 3 minutes we'll be there. So yeah. Yep. Not a whole lot to say right now. Oh, I guess I could stop being a jerk and turn the seatbelt sign on. Yeah, keep them on. You don't need them. And this right here, this thing's kind of offset a little bit, but I haven't set that view up correctly yet. I don't hardly ever use the thing anyways. So, yeah. Exciting stuff, people. Exciting stuff. Still, I'm the only person online. Otherwise it would say online aircraft or multiplayer or some crap like that. You'd be able to see them in that list. So, as they say in the real world, sit back, relax, and enjoy the transition into the next part. Okay, so already started our descent planning. We're runway 17 right still. 17 right localizer, frequency 108.50. Got a tuned in on standby on both nav 1 and 2 radios. Have 173, which is the inbound course selected on both sides here. So just made the turn towards Denver. have a 67 knot tailwind, which has us about 507 knot ground speed. So we're moving right along pretty quick. About 103 nautical miles to our next waypoint, 175 miles to the top of descent. So everything is progressing great. We're looking at a flat 40 speed of 142 knots. I'm sure that'll probably change as we get in closer. It was showing my inbound course of 353, which is back course, I'm assuming, but I don't know about that. Hopefully that won't cause us any issues. If anything, we'll hand fly it in. I ain't that worried about it. I used to use it to get it lined up. I'm using hand fly the last bit anyways. As you, also, we ended up with getting into some more freaking clouds. Hey, clouds love us. What can I say? So, yeah, nothing's blowed up yet. We're still going. We're not on fire or anything like that. So, yeah, looks great. I think what I'm going to do, so we don't end up with such a long video, we're about 20-something minutes now, roughly, around 20 minutes, by the time I get done editing it, of recorded video thus far. So we may do a part 1, part 2. So this will be the end of part 1. Part 2 will be the descent and arrival into Denver Airport and parking at the gate. Hopefully there will be some people online. That would be awesome. So until then, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe to me. You can find me on Twitter at Gary N. Emery. It should be appearing right now on the screen. There we go. And also, I have a new email address. It's reverendgary@att.net. att.net, and it will appear now on the other side of the screen. There it is. So thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe to me. I have nothing but time hardly anymore, so lots of videos to come. If you like videos like this, let me know. Click that like button. If you don't like it, click the dislike button, and we will try something else. I have lots of games, GTA 5, Diablo 3, Star Wars Battlefront, Kerbal Space Program, which I'm still kind of learning and it's pissing me off. And I have Minecraft, of course. I've told you guys that, yes. So, bye guys, and see you on the next part. See you on the arrival.